Hi, good evening everyone. This is Shiv Prasad Yadav. In our previous sessions, we have discussed about scheduled commercial public sector banks and scheduled commercial private sector banks. But before going to scheduled commercial foreign banks, we are supposed to discuss few things because from 1947 to 1991, if we want to speak strictly, from 1948 to 1991, I am taking 1948 year because that is the year where we have drafted our first industrial policy resolution. The draft of industrial policy resolution says something, and whatever the things implemented are different. So, implementation and drafting both are contrary to each other. That's why in initial stages we have faced, in initial stages of economic planning, we have faced so many problems. So whatever the period is there from 1947 to 1991 or 1948 to 1991, it is less popularly known as LQP, license quota permit system. After that we have liberalization, globalization and privatization. So from 1948 to 1991 we have three generations of banking. So first generation of banking, second generation of banking and third generation of banking also completed in that particular period. Only from 1991 onwards we have fourth generation of banking, and now we are in fifth generation of banking. So it is very important that we should discuss all these things when it comes to the matter of foreign banks, because in 1948 industrial policy resolution there is a mentioning about taking foreign assistance and foreign capital and concentrating on foreign capital and concentrating on foreign exchange. It is there in 1948 industrial policy resolution, but when it came to implementation the things were completely different. So whether you take foreign exchange regulation act or MRTP act or whatever the things are there which have directly or indirectly impacted this foreign assistance. So 1991 onwards there is a U-turn in accepting foreign assistance which led to more foreign banks into India. So this is the background of all these things. So whenever we want to discuss something about foreign exchange or foreign assistance or foreign banks, we should discuss something about the period 1948 to 1991 or 1947 to 1991. From 1991, it is the beginning of fourth generation of banking in India. There we have there we have witnessed more foreign banks into India. So scheduled commercial foreign banks. So whatever the criteria is there for private banks, the same criteria is there for scheduled commercial foreign banks also, except the case with the paid up capital and the minimum number of branches. A foreign bank is supposed to establish minimum 3 branches in India, one head office and two supporting branches, and it can function in two ways. For example, when it comes to functioning of a foreign bank, it can perform its activities in two ways. One, it can have direct branches in India and it can work through its associates without having any branch in India. Likewise, we have foreign banks establishment in India. So, when you compare a private bank and foreign bank, the paid up capital is completely different. Because for private bank, the paid up capital will be in Indian rupees, and for foreign banks it will be in foreign exchange. So the difference will be huge. For a private bank, it is 500 crores, and for this it will be in billion rupees, and minimum number of branches will be 3, and functioning, it can function in two different ways. It can have its direct branches in India and it can function through its associates in India. So likewise the foreign banks are established in India, And whenever this foreign bank concept comes, they have to follow all the rules and regulations and acts which are there for public sector commercial banks and private sector commercial banks scheduled category. The same thing will be there for these foreign banks also. The only difference is the paid up capital is 50 billion rupees and the minimum branches, three branches, one head office, one main branch and two associate branches. And functioning, they can have their direct branches in India and they can also work through their associates in India. At present, we have total more than 80 are there in India, out of which 46 are having direct branches in India. 46 foreign banks are having direct branches and functioning in India, and around 41 are working without any branch in India. They are working through their associates. So this is all about scheduled commercial foreign banks, and when it comes to priority sector lending, these banks are also supposed to have made their targets on the basis of priority sector lending, and cash reserve ratio and statutory liquidity ratio all are same. And at present, cash reserve ratio requirement for these banks is 10% actually. So this is all about scheduled commercial foreign banks. From this session, we are done with scheduled commercial public sector banks, scheduled commercial private banks, and scheduled commercial foreign banks also. Thank you.